come up with something
I have
real
something.
quick. Okay.
Okay. If after you tell us your name and your business name, name somebody who's inspired you in PWN. And if it's just, even if it's just a little thing, and you didn't even have to meet them, really. So let's start. Gina, do you want to run the introductions?
Ure, I'll run the introductions. How long are we giving for the whole thing?
Whatever you want.
Okay, so let's do a 20-second introduction about your business, and then do 10 seconds on the person that inspired you. So this is real quick. So you get 30 seconds total. All right. Who am I going to put on the spot? Jody, you're in my left top corner.
Okay. Well, I'm calling myself a digital internet architect these days to help you understand what I do. And my company is called We're the Ideal Consulting. And I'm actually running the Artist's Way course starting on Saturday for 13 weeks. So it's going to be a really, really deep dive into developing your creative side.
I love that.
My inspiration is from this place is Teresa Ream. I'm picking her because she's like gives beyond belief. She's such a giver, and I love her, and she's been a right-hand person for me in this position as technology chair for PWN. So thank you, Teresa.
Thank you.
All right, next we have Diane Glim.
Well, hi, everybody. It's really nice to be here. I'm Diane Glim, and I am the Senior Account Executive at the Monterey County Weekly newspaper. And I'll be giving a lunch presentation, a little 5-minute talk about how the media, how newspapers have been coping with the coronavirus, and that's coming up on September 17th. And I try to help businesses succeed through effective advertising, and things have really been changing quite a lot. But it's all good. Things, where one door closes, a window opens, and things have been working out okay.
And who's inspired you?
Pardon?
Who's inspired you?
There are so many people in this room right now that have inspired me, and others that have not. It's really difficult to pick a person. Jean Stallings, inspiration. Betty Withrow, inspiration. Sandra Collingswood, inspiration. Teresa Ream, inspiration. And I don't want to leave anyone out. Everyone, you are inspirational, and I'm really happy to be a part of this powerful group. Thank you.
Thank you. Lori Black-O'Jean.
So good evening. I'm the owner of Divorce with Dignity, which is a company that is a trusted partner for couples who are seeking amicable dissolution of marriage. And I also do a multitude of document preparation, for examples, wills, and child support issues, and things of that nature. So I am new to this group, and people that stand out.
Center, may I help you?
People that stand out to me now are Gina, and Teresa. You guys are always so welcoming, and I just feel I'm kind of slacking in my response to you guys, and I'm going to work really hard to improve and be more focused, I guess I should say, about my networking with PWN. And I appreciate you guys for your patience.
Thank you. Susan Clark. You're on mute. There we go.
Hi, I'm Susan Clark with Carmel Realty Company. I've been helping buyers and sellers with their real estate needs for over 30 years, and real estate is busier than ever, but I always have time for your referrals and would love them. Who inspires me? Again, like everybody was saying, so many in this group have inspired me. I think I'll pick Diane Glim, who I've known for many, many years with my real estate connection. And I've never seen this woman without a smile on her face and without excitement in her voice. And so I really appreciate that. I think everybody appreciates, just like Teresa always has this excitement. I think not all of us exude excitement all the time, but I certainly appreciate those that do, because it makes me feel good.
Thank you. Eileen Groves.
Hi, everybody. My name is Eileen Groves. I own a company called Bookkeeping Central, and have enjoyed the referrals many of you have provided to me over the years. Some of you are my clients, and I love working with you because I understand your mindset, being of the same kind of ilk as you are in being a businesswoman. And in this area, it's quite a challenge right now. And so my clients have turned to me for a lot of things that I never expected to be helping people with in 2020. But I'm happy to do so. Your finances are really, really important, especially when you're faced with some heavy business decisions. And that's what's happened this year to a lot of people. I would like to just reiterate what everybody else has said about this group. Everybody in this group has provided me with some little nugget, even if they didn't know they were doing so, just by, I don't know, the way they conduct themselves or a casual conversation we may have had. But I would like to single out Sandra Collingwood as what I call a rad human. She's that's a Kelly Clarkson term. She uses it on her show all the time, and it just describes Sandra to me to a T, because not only she's a wonderful businesswoman, but she has a great ties to the community through her the way she works with the colleges and universities in town, taking care of students who need a place to stay. She also has family obligations that never stop her from everything she wants to do, and helping other people is just part of her DNA.
Awesome. Thank you. Jean Stallings. You're on mute. Jean, you're on mute.
I just put a cough drop in my mouth. Can you?
Oh, sure. I'll move on.
Mhm.
Let me stop my timer. I moved it up to 45 seconds because we're having trouble sticking in 30 seconds. Debbie Campbell.
I'm a guest.
You can
will be
just
joining.
say what you want. Yes.
I'm a guest. I know Betty, and my business is Touchstone Crystal by Swarovski, and I focus a lot on fundraising with nonprofits. And I just moved recently to PG, so I'm actually in Monterey County now, so it makes it a little bit easier. And I'm going to say Betty inspires me just by all she does and writing. I'm just starting to write as part of an anthology book, so I think she's great. So thanks for having me.
All right. Great. Thank you. Next, I have Sandra Collingwood. You're on mute, Sandra.
Hello, is that good? Can you hear
Yep.
me?
Yep.
Okay. I'm Sandra Collingwood, and my business is Super Spotter Spot Remover for 38 years now. So if you're having a tough spot or a rough spot in your life, please give me a ring. I'm sure that we can help you in some way. This whole group, entire group, is one big, loving, warm inspiration to me. I just don't know where to begin. Gina Estrada
Oh,
conducts her life and her articulateness. And Jody Royer, who always answers my emails so quick. In fact, everyone in this group answers emails quickly. Such a fantastic group. And Eileen Groves, the way she conducts herself. Oh, is that a song? Are other people here?
that was your timer.
Oh, my timer. Oh, and my beloved Teresa Ray, my beloved friend there in business, and Betty Withrow, because I'm not really a writer. I'm more of a blurb girl. I like blurbs. I can do those short and sweet, but she's very encouraging. Oh, golly, there's just so many people. What can I say? But I think I've hit the top highlights. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. It's all right to choose one. Everyone still knows you love everybody else. Betty Withrow. You're on mute. Betty, you're on
Okay.
mute there.
Now, okay, I'm unmuted, right? Okay.
Yes.
So yes, you can hear me. Okay, great. I'm Betty Withrow. I'm the owner and operator of the Writer's Launchpad, a writer professional. I am a published author and a prolific blogger. I conduct workshops when I can, and I'm actually constructing new virtual workshops right now. I write copy for businesses to support them in reaching success. And if I have to single out one, I kept moving around like everybody else. I would say Gina Estrada is a stellar example of professionalism in every area. And working with Gina has been one of the highlights of my learning process in so many different ways. I feel inspired by Gina as a friend and as a human being and as a role model. So, there was a lot of inspiring people in this group. So yeah, how are we going to do that? Do a round robin, right? Go,
Yeah.
high five.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Thank you, Betty. You're very sweet. Okay, Teresa Ream.
Hi, Teresa Ream, your 2020 president, and I'm also the president of Disaster Cleanup Specialists, Flooring America's Floor Store USA, and Cypress Cabinet and Build and Design. And I'm going to pick one. I'm going to be good because we're going to do this more often because it's really good to just kind of pick one and kind of go for it. If we do this often, it keeps that going, and we really know what people are thinking about each other. It's super hard. I'm going to pick my first mentor, Sandra Collingwood. And the reason, why I'm picking her is because she taught me wonderment. And if you know Sandra, you know that she still has a lot of wonderment in the world and wonderment about you as individuals. So every time she comes up to you, she's in wonderment about your life and what you're doing. And we can all learn from that and be that for each other.
All right, next on my screen, I have Lynn Allenspa. Did I say that right? Sorry.
You did.
Okay,
You did.
okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm kind of jumping in as a guest. I was involved a little bit 3 years ago when I was brand new to, I moved to Carmel, brand new. And I feel bad I can't remember the woman that I met. Well, first of all, let me back up. I work for the Carmel Chamber of Commerce, and I am the director of events and programs. And being as there aren't a lot of events and programs right now, I am working on launching my own life coaching business. I feel all my life experience has brought me to this place. And anyways, I met a woman in Starbucks who connected me to a woman at PWN who connected me to Teresa Ream. I actually interviewed with Teresa for a job 3 years ago. Anyways, so I will be contacting you, Megan, and rejoining or whatever. The topic tonight caught my attention, so thanks for keeping me on the email list.
Awesome, great. And next, Megan Mertz.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Megan Mertz. I'm the Business Development Coordinator for the premier local restoration company, Disaster Cleanup Specialists. We've been the trusted provider servicing the Central Coast for over 30 plus years. I'm also the 2020 PWN membership chair. And as most of you have said, there's a lot of women that have inspired me, but I will narrow it down to one, and Jody Raye. She, being so close to her, being on the board and working side by side with the tech part of it, and she has a lot on her plate, as we all do, and she gets it done and she executes, and you can always go for her. She'll respond quick, and it's just something that I want to keep doing and learning from her all around. So thank you, Jody.
Awesome. Gay Friedman, you're up.
My name is Gay Friedman, and I'm a happiness coach helping women to find balance and happiness in their lives. And I love, first of all, the leadership of PWN. They make everybody feel warm and welcome. But I have to say I'm inspired by Megan because she is one little powerhouse. I mean, I was invited to the membership committee, I thought it would be like other organizations where you just kind of lay back and, sometimes, no, she was on it. This is what we're going to do. We have to do this. She had everything lined up. She's going places. I'm very inspired by her at such a young age.
Thank you. Christine.
Hi, I'm Christine Cristobal. I'm one of the owners of Century 21 Showcase Realtors. We have 5 offices in 3 different counties. And I'm also the 2020 fundraising chair. And I'm inspired by everybody. There's people that stick out in my mind like Jody, very impressed with Jody. I couldn't find my way out of a paper bag and she's like, oh, it's real simple. I'm inspired by Teresa, have been for a lot of years. Gina, I'm amazed by you and your strength. Betty, there's your spirit that you encourage me daily. But if I'm gonna pick my one person this time around, I'm picking Megan. I'm inspired by her. Even just talking to her today, there's something about her youth and her maturity that goes along with her youth. It's very impressive. Done.
Excellent. Jennifer Fieldson.
Hi, I'm a guest, and I had no idea I was going to know so many people in here. Susan, Eileen, Sandra, Gina, oh my gosh, all these people, Teresa. I will be a speaker next month, and I just saw Gina Renee's topic. I was like, ooh, I got to go check that out. So it's just delightful meeting everybody. I own Rockstar Marketing. I help businesses reach their next $1 million in revenue by doing social media, SEO content. Essentially, we're glorified writers who help tell your story about your business and connect with the heart so they will pick up the phone and give you their money. That's what we do. And thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here, Jennifer. Miriam, so good to see you. Your turn. You're on mute.
Good evening. Hi. Good evening. I'm happy to see everyone. It was a while. The COVID and virus it was very effective. I'm Miriam Shatilova, owner of Principal Beauty. It's a beauty studio in downtown Monterey. And no matter what, we stay strong. We move, we change the location, but we're still doing the best lashes in Peninsula. It is a semi-permanent eyelash extensions, and I'm working on many more interesting projects right now. It's too soon to say, but that's what we do. And inspiration it's very difficult. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna say I love people who I appreciate everybody who touch my heart, and there's so many here. So my blessings to everyone, and good to see you.
Thank you, Miriam.
Okay.
Joanne Gesner.
Hi, I'm Joanne Gessner. I teach the Transcendental Meditation Technique on the Peninsula for 15 years now. And we're retooled ourselves so that we can offer teaching TM both in person and combining it with digital learning, and it's going very well. So that idea about when a door closes, a window opens somewhere else is really resonating with me. And I think my one person of inspiration is Rosemary Leonard. I think she was one of the original PWN members. Jean, you'll have to remind me or so. But she welcomed me to PWN with open arms. She's a longtime TMer, and just her energy and love is really inspiring. And I think at this point she said she was 85 and she's still going strong here. So she's a great inspiration to me.
Thank you. Lindsay Horton, how are you?
Hi ladies, I'm doing good. I know I just jumped on. My name is Lindsay. I have a new business called Social Monterey. So we help local and small businesses reach their full potential through social media. That's creating their own online communities, things like that. I think was the prompts who your inspiration is?
Yes, inside PWN.
Inside PWN. I would say definitely the two women that I've connected with the most are Miss Teresa Ream and Miss Jocelyn Driscoll. And I am a young entrepreneur myself. So just seeing their success and having them be such great, I have inspirations, that's a correct word, to me has been really great. So thank you, Miss Teresa. And I know Miss Jocelyn can't be here, but thank you guys.
Thank you. And Jean Stallings.
I just put a cough drop in my mouth when you
Oh,
called.
another one? Sorry, I think you're the last one, actually. Oh, I'll go and then you be ready to go, okay?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, you're ready? Go ahead.
Go ahead. My name is Jean Stallings. I'm a longtime member of PWN. Rosemary came about 5 years behind me. I'm a retired Army Lieutenant Colonel, retired professional registered parliamentarian, and now I'm working on becoming a retired volunteer. I'm not doing very well. All the people that have been mentioned have been inspirational, I think, to all of us. But the one I'm going to mention is Teresa Franklin, Teresa Hamilton. What name?
Hamilton. Hamilton. Yes.
Because a couple of years ago, maybe it was just last year, when we were having some problems, and she was so shy, and she volunteered to be president, and she just did a bang-up job as somebody that I didn't think she could even barely say her name, but really did a terrific job, and without her, we might not be here tonight.
True. Very true. That's a good one, Jean. Natalie Olson, I know you just popped on, but it's time to introduce yourself. And if you have any inspirational people in PWN, you can share that too. You have 45 seconds. And you're on mute if you want to talk. Okay, maybe not. I'll go. I'm Gina Estrada. I'm a financial and networking expert. And the person that inspires me recently is Gay Friedman, because in my networking education, I teach join an organization and get involved immediately. And she has definitely done that. And not many people do. It takes guts and it takes time and but that's how you get to know everyone and get everyone to know your name in an organization, is get involved and show your strengths. So Gay, thank you for that. Natalie Olson, one more time. Do you want to introduce yourself? All right, Megan, you want to introduce the showcaser?
Of course. Our showcase, meet Gina Estrada with Estrada Associates and Espresso Brain. Gina built her financial services practice by becoming a business networking expert, author, and speaker. She manages a team of 4 advisors and 2 assistants, which serve 3,000 plus clients nationwide. They have over $100 million in assets under management. Gina's passion of seeing more women reach a 6-figure income has led her to the creation of the Prosperity Club, where her business partner, Joey Garrity, provide the tools necessary to remain top of mind, online, and anywhere you network. Gina, you have the floor.
Thank you. A quick story. When you go to work as a financial advisor or any sales business, doesn't matter what you're selling, jewelry, makeup, insurance, investments, online ads, it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you're selling, it matters what you do. You have to get out and you have to see the people and you have to make appointments. Because without that, nothing sells. So you can put out the best ads and you can go anywhere you want, but if you don't represent yourself in a way that you're going to attract your ideal client, then you're wasting your time. And my motto is maximize the time you spend networking and create profitable relationships. And so I did just that when I became an advisor. I'm timing myself, by the way. I had to make a list of everybody I knew. One of my problems, or challenges, I should say, was that I entered a business that my husband already had going for 38 years at that time. Now he's going on like 46 years in his business. And so everybody I knew, he knew already. So he had already sold my contact list because I didn't immediately go in the business when we met. I had to raise my kids and then they left. And so I became an advisor. So what did I do? I had to go out and meet brand new people. I didn't even get to call on my warm market because they were already called on. So I went out and I studied and I learned how to network quick, fast, how to turn relationships into profits. And when I say profits, it doesn't mean that I meet you and you're going to be my client. It means that I'm going to meet you and we're going to get to know each other. And I'm going to find out who you know and where you came from and all those things. So doing business with me, whether you do business with me for financial services reasons or networking education, it all starts with a cup of coffee. It's super simple. A lot of people complicate things in our business. And I'll say this, men complicate things in our business. I think women do a better job of networking and really getting to know someone and not just looking at their financial sheet. So that's really how it works. So there's really no difference in networking and what you're selling. It all matters how you meet someone and how you turn that into a profitable relationship for you both. Like she said in my introduction, I do manage a team and I have a new team member coming on board. I wasn't looking for a new team member, but when you network and you know people, when a good friend calls and said, hey, can you give my brother a look? You got to give the brother a look. And he turned out to be really good look. So, and he's not bad looking. No, just kidding. Yeah, so I mean, I knew first time I saw him, I knew he was going to be good. So you also get used to recognizing opportunities when you talk to enough people and you ask the right questions, you get to the bottom line quickly. So I thank you for your time today. I am Gina Estrada with Estrada and Associates. Oh, real quick, I want to tell you why I have Espresso Brain. I wish I could just be Estrada and Associates. It would make life so much easier. But when you have a securities license, you have to have everything approved. I would have to go through compliance just to give you this quick 5-minute overview if I didn't have Espresso Brain. It's already approved outside business activity, so I just run everything through there. So I had to have, there's a whole reason why it's Espresso Brain, but I'll say that for another time. So I just wanted to make sure you knew why I have 2 businesses in PWN. That's why it's only for compliance reasons. So thank you for your time and we'll move on.
Gina?
Yes.
Can I, before you introduce Gina Renee, I have to tell you something. I just realized Lynn, I believe Lynn, this is how weird it works. I believe she talked to Terry, my husband, and she said, why isn't Teresa in PWN? And I hadn't been in years. And then Terry said, you got to join again. And so I said, okay. So I called up and I said, I'm going to join. I have board experience. I can be on the board if you want. And they said, we need a president. And so Lynn's the reason why I'm president.
Oh, wow.
Lynn's the reason why I'm president. It's so weird how things work out. So thank you, Lynn.
Yeah, thank you, Lynn. We need it. She was like dropped out of heaven. That's how, I mean, she was literally, because Jean referred to some issues that we had in the past, and we were slowly cleaning them up, and then Teresa Ream came in and just wiped it clean. So with disaster cleanup, that's her specialty. All right, so I will introduce Gina Renee now. All right, let's meet Gina Renee Palady. She's a board licensed acupuncturist who practices the ancient art of face reading, a 3,000-year-old branch of traditional Chinese medicine. Today, Gina is going to empower you to embrace the beauty of your face and learn what your unique features reveal about how divinely designed you are to be a boss lady. Ooh, I like being boss lady in your business and in life, so you can feel more confident, beautiful, and on purpose. I like that. Join me in welcoming Gina Renee Palady as she presents the secret to up-leveling your business and skyrocketing your success is written all over your face. Gina. Could everybody go on mute if you're not on mute already?
Am I unmuted? Am I good? Okay. Thank you so much. I'm Gina Renee Palady, and I want to thank Teresa. Teresa has been after me to talk to you about face reading for a really long time. In fact, she was one of the very first people that emailed me, what is this face reading thing? And I wasn't really ready to start talking about it because it is such a broad aspect of Chinese medicine that there is so much to it. It's actually really hard to break down and just talk about. But I really wanted to focus on 3 main features that could help you recognize your natural beauty and also remind you of how you're divinely designed to be in business. So let me just explain to you a little bit about face reading in general. So face reading has been around, recorded since about 600 BC. And the very first manuals of acupuncture showed a face on the very first page, because ancient scholars and doctors knew that you could look to the face to see how our physical health was reflected. Everything is reflected in our face. So they could see how the health of our internal organs were reflected on the face. Kind of like in Western medicine, when somebody has jaundice, Western doctors look to their face to see, oh, there's an issue there with liver, gallbladder in the body. So if you kind of look at it like that, you can understand how doctors were able to look at our face to see what might be ailing us. And over time, and it was really came in handy because all the doctors were men back in the day, and they couldn't touch female patients. So they had to gather all the information that they needed through talking and learning about symptoms and observing signs of the body. And so they'd look to the face to learn what was going on internally. And over time, they also recognized that how we tend to think and feel and behave can all be read by features on the face. So really, our face is a mirror of how we are feeling, what we need to be happy, how we tend to think, and the experiences that we've had. So of course, genetics and environment does affect the lines on our face, but our emotions really there are clues on the face that tell us how we are doing emotionally and what we need emotionally and how we feel most successful. So I wanted to choose 3 features to talk to you about. Only 3, and I'm trying to keep it as simple as I can, but just these 3 features are going to help you learn that you're naturally designed to be a particular way. And when I first learned about face reading, I was in my 20s. I've been studying this since 1995. That's a long time. And it was one of the tools that I've been able to use over the years for self-love and compassion as well. So I'll give you a little context. When I first started going to acupuncture school, I was living in Beverly Hills, and I was working in a cutting-edge chiropractic office, and he was doing laser acupuncture, and I would see celebrities walking on the street every day. My office was right above Anastasia's, the eyebrow guru. I don't know if any of you guys know her, but I knew her when she was still waxing eyebrows. And as you can imagine, walking around Beverly Hills in your 20s, you can get a little insecure seeing all the beautiful people walking around, and learning about face reading and learning that every feature on our face has a meaning, and it's a significance about who we are designed to be. And it's natural. And if we just follow our own natural beauty and those natural cues for how we move in the world, we can have so much less stress, and we can really embrace who we are exactly as we are, and know that we're designed on purpose for a purpose. And if we just, anytime that you start to doubt yourself, for insecure about any of your features, I want you to remember that you were designed on purpose to be a certain way. And when we try to go against that natural way of being is when we run up against stress, and when we start to kind of have a little tension in our business. So we're going to start at the top down, but the 3 features that I want to explain to you are our eyebrows, your beautiful nose, and your cheeks. So we're just going to start at the top with the eyebrows. I've always been obsessed with eyebrows, and I've always tried to get that perfect, beautiful arch with my eyebrows, and it never happened. It could never happen. My eyebrows are perfectly straight. And when I learned the meaning behind this, it was so comforting to me, because then I never, ever again wanted to change my eyebrow. So I'm going to talk about just the shape of our eyebrows. I'm going to talk about 3 specific shapes. So if you have straight eyebrows, they're just a straight, kind of a straight line, not much of a curve at all. This is a beautiful sign that when it comes to making decisions, whether it's in business or just in your personal life, you need to take your time, that you need to be really thoughtful and careful about the decisions that you make, and that you probably want to look at all sides of things before you actually come to a conclusion. And that is perfectly right for you. I know for me, that's so accurate. I do not like to do things spontaneously. And if somebody pushes me into making a decision, especially a significant decision about my business right now, it will stress me out. So I've learned that this natural shape of my eyebrow is a secret power of mine. And as long as I allow myself to take time with my decisions, I know that once I come to a decision, it's solid. Once I'm in, I'm in. Once I've decided, and I don't go back. But I need that time. I'm not able to just jump and hit the ground running with a decision, and I'm generally not impulsive with my decision making. So if you have straight eyebrows, that is a gift. And as long as you remember to allow yourself the time that you need to make decisions, you're going to feel so good in your business. And remembering too that if you have a partner or a number 2, that the shape of their eyebrows might also help you when they support you in making decisions. So if you have an arch to your eyebrow, a high arch to your eyebrow, or that they slant up a little bit, that does mean that you naturally are able to make quick decisions, that you can be quick on your feet, and you don't have to beat around the bush. You don't have to think things through too much, but you're able to make a quick decision. So this is a wonderful asset as well, because you can think on your feet. The only time that it can be a little bit of an issue is if you tend to make an emotional decision spontaneously about your business. That's where it might come in handy to have somebody close to you with straight eyebrows, just to give you some grounded support around this decision-making process. And the one last shape of eyebrow that I see a lot of you ladies have, and it's a beautiful quality, is a rounded eyebrow. And if you have a naturally rounded eyebrow, not necessarily a high arch, they don't slant up, but just a nice curve to your eyebrows, one of the gifts to this shape of eyebrow is that you really are a natural at creating a win-win situation. So when it comes to decision making, your natural tendency is it to make it a win-win. The thing that to look out for with a rounded eyebrow like this is that sometimes you may give too much and not consider yourself in the situation. So again, that might be a time where you have a straight eyebrowed beauty that can give you help and support in making your decisions too, because somebody with straight eyebrows might tend to think things through a little bit more than you, and think of things that maybe you hadn't thought of. And one thing I want to just mention, we can't tell who we are through one feature on the face. So it's a combination of these features that make us who we are. That's why I love to work with women one-on-one, because we can really dive deeper into how all of your features come into play and create the beauty of who you are. So just because you may have an arch to your eyebrow, which means that you can hit the ground running and make quick decisions, there might be another balance to that on your face. So these are just clues to how you tend to think and feel and behave. And if this resonates with you, take it and hold it, because these are your gifts. And as long as you remember that this is how you're naturally designed, you're always going to make decisions that you feel at peace about and that you feel good about, and that will up-level your success in business. And they're really like secret powers that you can always keep in your back pocket so that you can always feel empowered around being a boss lady. So those are the three shapes of the eyebrows that I wanted to mention. And I would be happy to answer any questions if anybody has a question at this point about eyebrows and face reading, or I can quickly move on to the next feature. Does anybody have a question? Okay. Then I'd like to move on to our nose. And this is a really sensitive one, because in all my years being an acupuncturist, I love helping busy, stressed out women feel healthy and beautiful. And I have great relationships with my patients, and it would just break my heart when I would hear a woman talk about her nose. And nose was always a big sensitive spot for a lot of women. And I got to tell you that according to ancient Chinese medicine and the art of face reading, our nose is one of our greatest powers. So the more prominent your nose is, the more powerful your nose is, the more powerful energy that you possess. And especially when it comes to business. Because generally, when you have a powerful energy, you are powerful in business and you're a force to be reckoned with. And lovelies with large or prominent noses tend to pay a lot of attention to detail. They can hold their authority and be very good leaders. They tend to be able to accumulate, meaning accumulating wealth, or friends or support, but that you generally can accumulate a lot of power when you have a prominent nose, and that you can be a very good leader and work independently. So a powerful nose means you can be a freaking powerful boss lady. And there's one tiny feature that gives you extra power to be somebody who needs, somebody that can take charge. And that is if you have a slight bump at the bridge of your nose, like Barbara Streisand, that kind of nose. And generally you can only tell if you turn your head to the side and you see just a slight bump on the bridge of your nose. It's a beautiful feature because it means that you were born to be a natural leader, that you naturally are able to take charge and manage people. And so I love this feature. It's a beautiful feature, but it tends to be one of the features that a lot of women are really sensitive about, or were sensitive about when they were young. Because I've heard so many women say, I've always hated my nose. I've wanted a nose job. And I got to tell you that your nose makes you so powerful. And when you change a feature on your face, according to Chinese medicine and face reading, you can also alter your power. So standing in this power and knowing that your beautiful nose is what gives you this energy to be a leader in business is just fantastic. So if you have a prominent nose, feel like it's a blessing and know that it gives you secret powers in business. If your nose is small, like I have a smaller nose, it doesn't mean that you're not a good leader. It doesn't mean that you can't manage people. What it means is that fun is really important to you and that your work also needs to be fun. So you need to keep that in mind. And if you're sitting in a cubicle doing the paperwork that you just hate, this is not the best use of you. You really need to be having fun in your work, and you need to work smarter, not harder. Whereas a lovely that has a more prominent nose can be a very hard worker and feel very accomplished when she works hard. But if you have a smaller nose, you may tend to feel like you need to have fun in your work. You don't want to work hard. You just need to work smarter. That is so true for me. So I need to keep that in mind. And when things start to get hard is really when I'm not having fun anymore. So I need to make it fun. And that is a big plus for me. And it's like a secret that I have in my back pocket. And as soon as I do that, everything starts, the success and the abundance starts to come in. So then I know that I'm on track and I feel like work is effortless. So that's really important for me. And I'm going to give you a little extra here, because the shape of our nose is also, there are so many things with face reading, so many little nuances that, that are present, but this one has really helped me. Now, I don't know if you can see, but when you look straight at me, you can see right into my nostrils. And according to face reading, that means that I will have a tendency to give you all of my energy. I will give freely of my energy, including money. Money is energy. And if I see somebody who's homeless or somebody that's needy, you don't know how many free treatments I give away, because it's a natural tendency for me to want to give. When you have a nose where you do not see your nostrils, and I see a lot of you ladies have this nose, this is a wonderful nose for business, because it means that you are a little more shrewd with your energy, meaning you're not just going to give it away. And I had tremendous difficulty when I moved from Monterey to Mount Shasta with adrenal fatigue, because I had given way too much. Even I have taught aerobic fitness since I was 17. And even in my classes, I would give way too much energy. I was always running at 1,500% so that you would give me 70%, you know? And so now I know this is a tendency of mine that's accurate. So when I look at myself in the mirror, when I'm doing my beauty ritual or I'm putting my moisturizer on, I'm reminded, because I'm looking right up into my nostrils, that I need to manage my energy and that it's important for me to not give it all away. It's a beautiful quality to be giving, but if I can give too much away, or if I spend money too freely or give my money away, that's not going to help me in business. So that I always keep in mind, and it helps me to manage myself. So if you have a nose that's more shrewd, you don't have to worry about that as much, but just know this is a great asset for you, and it really does help you in business. And if you have somebody that works for you or with you, that you notice that when you look at them, you can see their nostrils, their nose is kind of turned up. They'll be a really sentimental, beautiful person that might give away too much, and then you can help support her also in not doing that. So that's a little extra around the nose that I wanted to share with you. But our noses are really a powerful aspect of us in business, because they really can show us our leadership style. And even if you have a small nose and you're not quite as comfortable leading a large group of people, and you prefer to kind of work alongside people, that's still a wonderful asset for you to know, so you can build the team that's right for you. And that you can also have somebody maybe with a more prominent nose, be more of a leader. It's a story that one of my teachers told is that there was a particular employee at this one business that was just kind of creating a lot of headache for a lot of people, just wanting to do too much and take charge and be really controlling. And she noticed that this person did have the little bump on the bridge of the nose. And all that needed to happen was that woman needed to be in charge of something. She just needed to be in charge of something, and everything, the harmony came back to the whole work group. So this is where knowing a little bit of how to read things on the face can be a real asset in your business. So that is really what I wanted to talk about the nose. And I'm happy to answer any questions if anybody has any at this point. And if not, I will just keep going.
Yeah, Gina, let's keep going so we
Okay.
have time at the end for all the questions, because we want to hear everything.
Okay, there's only one more feature that is really telling, and that is our cheeks. So I've also seen, just briefly with a lot of ladies here, that you have these beautiful, prominent cheeks. The front of your cheek right here is prominent. And this is a sign when you see a woman that has nice, full, prominent cheeks, upper cheeks, cheekbones, and that padding here. This is a woman who really can stand in her power. This is a woman who can stand in her authority. She knows what she believes in, and she's not afraid to speak up. She is a natural leader and a force to be reckoned with, because she's going to stand in her power and let you know it. And it's a beautiful quality for a boss lady to have. And when there's padding here as well, so it's more of a rounded feature, that means that she's so kind in standing in her authority that you take her direction with grace. You want to do everything you can to do what she says because she's so kind. And it's a wonderful thing to know about yourself in business, because that gives you confidence in knowing that you've got this, girl. You can stand in your authority. You can always speak up for your truth, and that you can also manage people very, very well. If you're more like me and you have more of a flat cheek, this is also a wonderful quality, because it means traditionally that you kind of don't like telling people what to do. And you also don't like to be told what to do. And that is an asset for you in knowing that perhaps if you have a tendency to feel like you like working more independently, that this is a very good place for you, that you're a self-starter, that you don't need anybody micromanaging you. And in fact, it might kind of piss you off and be counterproductive. So if your cheeks are flatter, go with it. Stand in that confidence of knowing that I'm a self-starter. I do wonderful work independently, or that an aspect of your work should be independent. And that this is how you're going to be happy. Because if you're in a position where, one, you have to tell people what to do and it's not comfortable, or you're being told what to do, it is not, you're going to have more stress in your business and come up against a lot more roadblocks. So stay in your own lane and recognize this is a superpower of mine. And I am good on my own. I don't need to be micromanaged. Leave that to my more full-cheeked sisters to do that. So this is also a wonderful way for you to just kind of know how you're designed to be and how you're designed is perfect, and to relax into this knowing and never feel insecure about any aspect of your face, because every part of you is beautiful. And as long as you know how to read the signs, you can stand in this beauty and know that you were designed on purpose. And as long as you stand in it, you are going to just skyrocket your success, whether that's in your business or in your personal life, because this also translates whether you're running a business or a household. These traits matter and can really help you in standing in your own power and feeling beautiful exactly as you are. That's what I have to present, and I'm so happy to take questions. And let me tell you, there is so much more to this. It's just that when I'm able to work with you one-on-one, we can really get into how all the features play together and what they mean, and how you can keep your own natural beauty as a kind of a blueprint for your success. But I hope that just these features that you can always hold on to and never forget how beautiful you are, and that your beauty matters, and that how you're designed is absolutely perfect.
All right, any questions? Jean,
yes.
Go ahead.
Yes. I thought this was absolutely fascinating. I've been listening to workshops on various subjects for about 50 years, and I've never heard one on this subject. And what you had to say, what she had to say, was absolutely fascinating. And I thought it was interesting that it's being presented to us at a time when rarely do we get to see each other's faces. We're all in masks. Do you have any comments about the mask covering up the nose and the cheeks?
Yes, I do. I'll tell you, as an acupuncturist, it's freaky. I don't like it. It's really hard for me when I'm working with somebody. I have patients that I've never seen their face. And it kind of, for me, it does kind of disrupt that chi. And I personally don't like it because I tend to take in so much information when I look at somebody. Now, of course, the eyes are the windows to the soul, and the eyes are how that our eyes do show our communication style. So the eyes are important that we can see, of course, and our eyebrows. But I am with you. I think the masks are really inhibiting seeing somebody's energy too, because it's not just the features, it's the overall energy of the face. I have a really expressive face, so you can tell what I'm thinking and feeling by, the expressions on my face, which don't always come through just my eyes. So I do think the masks are really introducing a weird element that's making us all feel a little bit uneasy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You have beautiful cheeks too, by the way. You're a woman that can stand in your power.
Who, me?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Anybody else?
You have
I
to
have a
take
question.
yourself. Okay.
How does the expressions kind of play into this? Because it's kind of like a reverse personality test kind of thing. So when we're like assessing their personalities, how does the expressions kind of play into that?
When we make expressions, it's the little micro movements of our face, our facial expressions, that create the lines that we see as we get older. So this might not be exactly your question, but there are a couple of things that come to mind. When somebody holds their eyes in an open fashion, this kind of makes sense. Somebody holds their eyes in an open fashion, you can call that an expression. When somebody's eyes are very open, they are open to communication. They are open to you sharing freely. They are open to sharing freely with you. They want to receive communication as much as they want to give it. If you see somebody who holds their eyes in a little bit more of a narrowed fashion, then they are more of a private person. They don't want to reveal too much because it's sensitive, or maybe they've been hurt in the past, or it's just vulnerable. So they'll hold their eye in a little bit more of a narrow fashion. And this is really helpful for me when I work with patients, because somebody whose eyes are open, they really want me to be completely transparent, tell them everything. They'll tell me everything about their whole life history. But somebody with a narrowed eye, I have to be very respectful of their boundary without them even speaking a word, and just tiptoe a little bit into knowing that they need to feel a little bit more safer with me, to trust me before opening up. And I think that's a very valuable tool that we can use with everybody, and recognize too that if somebody isn't forthright with us immediately when meeting them, and their eyes aren't completely open, you know why. They need to feel safer before they're gonna spill. So that is one thing. The other thing that you can kind of see by expressions, if somebody holds their mouth in a tense way, they may not feel nurtured. If there was one other thing I was going to say. Oh, when you see, this is a beautiful feature that is made from the expressions that we use most often, and that is the lines at the outer corner of our eye. When we smile genuinely and often and from deep in our heart, we create joy lines that are traditionally called crow's feet, and I hate that word. They're called joy lines because they're made from the feeling and the emotion of joy. And so that will tell you that that is somebody who is gonna smile and is more optimistic and is genuine with their joy and emotion. So those are a few things that come from expressions. But expression, you know, we read expressions just naturally. We just read them naturally. But the eyes, that is one that I think is the most concrete example I can give you.
Lindsay Horton said, so interesting. I'm going to spend all night staring in the mirror. Thank you, Gina Renee.
And tell yourself that how beautiful you are exactly as you are.
All right, Teresa, are you ready for testimonials, appreciation, or business?
Yes, yes. And I was looking at Megan and she had all the good stuff. So that's, wow. Yes, does anyone have any testimonials for another member?
I do.
Jody.
Well, as you all know, I had a little pause in my life because of a surgery, and I literally made a list of my duties for technology chair, and people were stepping up, and Megan, I'm giving a shout out to Megan. She stepped up and just did stuff for me in the background and was there for me in so many ways because I wasn't able to get to my computer and do the artwork and everything. And so thank you, Megan, so much. Superpower skills. Thank you.
Megan?
I actually got a special package while we're on our PWN meeting from Mary Schwartz. I got my personalized card, and then I got some sea salt caramels. We had a lovely conversation for our homescapes, and she sent me a personal card. So
I'm excited.
Exciting.
Anyone else?
Yes, I have a shout out for Betty Withrow. Are you still? Yes, there you are on my screen. So I started writing a book when I was first diagnosed with cancer as part of my therapy. And then that turned into a really great handbook for people that are looking for a place to start when a loved one gets the worst news of their life. And it's going to be launched on September 7th. I'll be posting in the PWN, but I had someone in Fresno before I moved to Monterey, and I was working with her. And then when I moved to Monterey, I kind of was stuck and I needed to get some stuff out. And Betty coached me through getting the stuff out of my head so that I could get this book finished. I'm so excited that it's finally coming out on September 7th. So I hope you all, if you ever have a writing need, Betty is awesome. And if you could support me on September 7th, I'll post it in the group. I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Anybody else? And it could include an announcement too, if you have an announcement. Diane.
There we go, unmuted. I would love to give a testimonial to Irene Groves, Bookkeeping Central. Irene is phenomenal and thorough in her work, and we work with a nonprofit organization, and she has really helped us in so many ways. And I would just like to give a shout out to Irene, and if anyone needs bookkeeping services, she's wonderful.
Anyone else? Joanne?
I wanted to give a testimonial for Teresa Ream and Betty Withrow. because they suggested I get back to some writing about my teaching. And so I really appreciated that. I'll be doing that. I got a little sideline because I was teaching and then the fires happened. But I'm going to get back to it, I hope, this week. And so it was really inspiring that you all wanted me to hear more about what it is that I do. So I really appreciate that.
Wow, we look forward to seeing more of that on Facebook. Joanne, if you could post some stuff for us, that'd be great. Anyone else? Gina, you were as wonderful as I knew you would be. It was great. I think you made a lot of our days. You know, anticipating you and enjoying you. And
Thank
it's
you.
something to carry around with us. And if you haven't, go ahead and go on and I think, is it like your page or friend you?
Both. You can go,
Okay.
I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook. You can sign up for my email. Every Wednesday, I send out a wellness email to give you lifestyle medicine tips on how to stay healthy and feel beautiful. And I'll give you some little face reading insights as well. I write blog posts about it. I'm gonna keep talking about it, Teresa. Now you got me
Awesome.
out. So I'll talk about more.
Yes, make sure that you do find her and follow her.
I'm on Gina Renee Palady. Sorry, GinaReneePalady.com.
Yeah. Awesome. And her kitchen dancing is, I mean, you just got to go on and find her kitchen dancing. It is, wow. It's awesome. So I want to do a shout out for Eileen Groves. She's taken my books, my personal books, and just put them all in order for me. And it's just amazing and wonderful. And she also does PWN's books. She does them for way below what she should be doing them. It's just amazing, just a heart of gold on that. Jody, a true Renaissance woman, can do anything, can think anything, can go in any direction. Just a woman that amazes me. So we want to just, hear more of what you do on our Facebook and your thoughts, more of your thoughts on what you do. Gina Estrada, I'm going to meet with her tomorrow to go over our retirement stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. Can't wait on that. And Christine Cristobal, I really, really love your heart, taking care of your clients and your agents, having this gathering so you can take care of the fire victims and such is just above and beyond. And you're just a super busy woman, but just a heart of gold, would do anything for anyone. So just thank you, everyone. And now, unless there's some burning desire, somebody thought of something? No?
Jody, do you have the raffle?
Jody's going to do the raffle next.
What is the raffle?
Oh, I guess.
Before you do
Christine.
Before you do the
Christine,
raffle.
oh, Christine's here. Christine, do you want to do the raffle, honey bun?
Okay, but before we do the raffle, I just want to do one more plug for our Facebook page, because if you ladies are posting your businesses and you start tagging some of the ladies that are here, I have no problem if you tag me in your stuff, because like I have 3,000 people on my page, so you're going to get seen more. So if you do your post and you hit @ and put people's names on there, it'll go on their pages, and that might help you just a little bit more to get your stuff out there to a few more eyes. Just that was it. Just a shameless plug for you guys to
keep on reminding us.
Page. Yeah.
Yes.
So because we can have a lot of fun with it and throw out some good juju. So
awesome. Yes, Gina reminded me of that today or yesterday. I think it was. Yes, that it was just like, ooh, why don't I know this stuff?
You have to share it to get it outside your own backyard.
Yes.
Yes, yes. So would Jody and Christine do the raffle, please? And you can let us know what it is, Christine.
Okay, the raffle prize tonight, we've got some like killer people have been really stepping up their game. So it's a $50 gift card to Marilee's clothing store. She's a member, and it's down on Cannery Road. So one of you lucky, beautiful ladies is going to receive a $50 gift card to go have a little shopping spree.
Fun.
Yeah, so I don't know who's counting the numbers.
Jody will count, and this is a members only
Okay.
benefit. So we'll Jody will count across the screen, and Christine, you can pick a number because it shows up different. We're all different on everybody's screen.
Okay. We have, how many ladies do we have on here? 20?
20.
Okay. I'm going to pick number 19.
Lindsay oh no, that's on my screen.
Sandra Collingwood.
All
Sandra.
right.
Sandra.
I'm not there though on my screen.
You just won $50. For
$50.
So all I need, if you want to email me your mailing address so I can put it in the mail to you, that would be awesome.
That's
My
amazing.
actual mailing address, live mailing address.
You can get it. You can get it from the app on the phone or on the website. Her address.
Okay. Well, yes, I'm not sure how accurate all those are, so I want to make sure if I'm mailing out a gift card, it's making it to who. Okay.
Okay, great, awesome. So guests, if you come and join us, $65, you could have earned back 50 of it tonight. So always got to give a plug to sign up. So is there anything else that anyone wants to say?
Oh, I do. I'm going to tell you what
Gina?
the next lunch bunch, the third Thursday this month, we are going to have Debbie Hoffman, authentic follow-up that gets you more yeses.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And another $50 gift card too.
Ooh,
yeah.
Nice. Awesome.
Be there or be $50.
And I'm looking for an October sponsor. So if anybody's interested in sponsoring October, it's a great way for you guys. You get plugged all month long. We've mixed it up a little bit where you are also you give 3 raffle prizes. So you're noticed at every single meeting for being our sponsor and providing the raffle prizes. And it's a great gift. Our last month's sponsor got recognized by people that knew her and sent her messages and got back up in front of her. So it's very good. So
nice.
Please, if you're interested, let me know. I'll be happy to get you all hooked up.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay. So is this going to be a wrap right now? Everybody ready to wrap it up? Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll see you the third Thursday then for our
right. Have a good week.
Thank you.
Thanks again, Gina Renee.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.